This is the mount. This is one of the signature positions of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yes, other martial arts like judo and freestyle wrestling, they use it as well. But I think it's fair to say that they haven't developed it as much as Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has. If I get here, I've shown a lot of domination. I've probably passed this guard, and I've probably held him in side mount and prevented his escape attempts. And then now I've mounted. And now if I hold this, I'm really basically showing him who's boss. Just like in the schoolyard. In Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training, you don't punch. But if you were punching, check this out. I can have gravity on my side. So I can really punch very, very heavily down. Also with ranging, if he's punching up and I'm punching down, my chin is way higher than his arm. And if we change position, he'd be able to hit me and I wouldn't be able to hit him. Unless he's got long, long arms like an orangutan, this is going to be true. Another thing is, even if my face was here, he can't really chamber his punch very effectively. The ground's in the way. So I can hit all the way from up here, and he can hit me from here. Yeah, it would hurt, it wouldn't be pleasant, but it's not going to knock me out, and I can knock him out. I'm going to take the posture, I'm going to bring this leg up, and I'm going to turn my other leg out. I'm going to take this hand and put it across his waist. This is to stop him from coming up, and I'm also grabbing my hands together just to keep this as a stable unit. From here, I'm going to start bringing my knee, now lift your foot up please, my knee up towards my elbow. What this does is it moves his foot out at an awkward angle here. So it makes it lighter. It moves it away from underneath his center of gravity. We're here, here. As it comes up, I pinch it. This pinch is critical because I have to, at some point, either hook it with this leg or hook it here. But initially, this might be all that I have. I'm going to pinch it, and I'm going to turn my hips in to face him. Now I've got this inner hook. If I'm comfortable in half guard, there's lots of half guard techniques I can do here. We talked about some of them before. The foot grab sweep, or I can go back to close guard or half guard or open guard. Just show that from a different angle here. We're here. Oh, sorry, mount. We're here, here and here. My legs are in correct posture. I start moving out. I push his leg between my own legs. I turn in. We're here. I hook over. And I go to close guard. Now, obviously, he's going to be fighting you every step of that way. Sometimes you're going to use that technique to put him in half guard and sweep him from half guard. Sometimes you're going to use that technique and get him in your close guard. Sometimes you're going to get it almost, and he's going to dismount and get you in side mount, in which case it's important to be able to adapt and then start using your side mount escapes. The other bread and butter escape from mount that you need to know is the bridge, or the upa. We're here. Donna's mounted. If he's punching me, punch, I need to stop getting hit in the face. So as he's punching me, one thing I can do is protect my face here, but I can bridge, right? As I bridge, especially if he's going crazy with both hands, he has to post his hands in order to avoid getting swept. What I do here is I reach up and I grab his hand. It's kind of like a tie clinch. There are ways that you can wrap his arm here, but actually I find that that is dangerous for the fingers, and it's slower. But if his hands are up here, I snap it down to my chest, I step over his foot. Now I've got his hand trapped and his foot trapped. Everything's trapped on one side, and now I bridge a second time. I bridge as high as I can, and then I turn in the direction that I want to take him. So let me show it without a partner here. We're here. Whether he's just sitting up on me or whether he's punching, I'm going to bridge. He puts his hands down. I reach up and I pin it to my chest. I step over the foot and I bridge up and then turn a second time. Do not stay bridged as you're between those two bridges. That'll kill your power and you won't have anywhere to go for the second bridge. Just going to show it again. Maybe at speed. We're here. Let me just, one more thing. When I'm here, I keep my elbows down. I don't want to be here because again, he can just slide his knees up. So even though I'm worried about my face, I'm also worried about him getting a better position and hitting me even harder. So my elbows are down, my hands are up. This helps protect my collars. If he's hunting for my collars to choke me, I can maybe hand fight or grip fight here. I do a bridge, I grab, step over, and I bridge a second time. Be careful here. See, my elbow's a little bit close to being cross center line. If I'm sloppy here, he can swing to an armbar. So if my elbow does end up in that a little bit of a danger zone, what I'm doing is using this knee to pin in. Go for the armbar. See, I'm not allowing his hips to come out here. By using this knee, I'm pinching in. That gives me time to work that back to a good position.